So, you thought it was okay to play copyright music during your live stream because all the cool kids are doing it, huh? And now your Twitch channel is suspended. Here we are. Welcome back to Twitch Insight. I'm your host Norgoz, where we take a deep dive today into DMCA, what it is, it's a law, what it is, how it may impact you as a content creator. I'm going to try to also debunk as much misinformation as I can, because there's so much out there. There really is. There's a lot of misinformation, there's a lot of ignorance, and that's what I'm here to try and help with clearing up. You guys know I'm here to be helpful, but you need to understand one thing is very important. Please listen closely to the next thing I'm about to say. This is a disclosure. I am not a lawyer. I will say it again. I am not a lawyer. This is not legal advice. This video is not legal advice. I'm going to actually speak very plainly about DMCA law. I'm going to speak very basically in the terminology. So my terminology may not match exactly what the law is, and keep in mind this video being made may not apply to what the law is at the time that you watch it. So I'm going to leave a lot of links below to what the laws are, the terms of service by Twitch, and a few other things that you can look at. So first of all, DMCA, what does it stand for? Digital Millennium Copyright Act. It was implemented in 1998, which, again, basically brought together a lot of laws that were already put into place. So it was technically already there before. So it's not that anything that's new, and it's not anything that's new with Twitch's terms of service for copyright music not to be okay to be played. The Twitch terms of service in Twitch terms of service section 8 subsection B states that you cannot infringe upon copyright material rights, and you won't. And if in subsection C clearly states that you're fully liable and at risk for any content you upload that infringes upon it. So that's really important to know. So why am I talking about this? Because last week, a lot of streamers were impacted by what's known as a DMCA takedown notification, meaning that they had infringed upon the copyrights of some kind of material. In this case, and the most common case, is music. And I want to back up and clearly state, DMCA does not limit itself to just music. It's all media. So we'll get more on that in a moment. So the situation is several takedown notices were issued, several channels were suspended. That's what took place. Now, again, a lot of the people that were, if you go to Twitter, again, Twitch, search Twitch DMCA, and you'll see a list of streamers that were banned. Most of which understood, hey, you know, it's a ban, whatever, we'll see you guys tomorrow. They understood. They got it. But some were kind of bitching and saying this and that and the other thing, saying that the artists shouldn't be so greedy, that we're giving free exposure, and so on and so forth. One person even went as far as to say that, hey, you know, I started listening to this person's music because I heard it on somebody's stream. They didn't say that they started buying it, but that doesn't matter. It's not about money. Okay, it's about infringing upon someone's content. You know, if I took a video and I re-uploaded it on my YouTube channel as an example, of somebody else, if I directly took someone's video and just re-uploaded it, that right there is a perfect example of it. It's the same content, I just re-uploaded. That's partly why YouTube took away their monetization for, I hate the word small, but smaller channels. Ones that don't meet their expectations of the new monetization. That's partly why they did, because there was a lot of stuff that was happening like that, and they didn't want we're sick of dealing with all the fees. So, okay, back on track. Here's some misinformation. I pay for Spotify. I'm safe, I'm good. Nope. No, you're not. You can't play Spotify. Here's why. Read their terms of service. Their terms of service specifically states you cannot broadcast your music to the public. Yeah, go read it. What about SoundCloud? Yeah, SoundCloud's just not safe. They don't actively monitor for copyright materials. They don't, so that you can't, so somebody could upload something that does have copyright on it and say it's copyright free or that it's royalty free and you can use it however you want, and you do it, and then you're liable not them. Twitch mutes my VODs. I'm protected. Nope. No, you're not. The content, you already uploaded it. You already uploaded the content. You already had the copyright music on your stream. You're still liable. You're not safe. Twitch is suddenly enforcing it. No, it's not new. Like I said, it's not a new policy. I mentioned where you can find it in terms and conditions, and also does have the law from, again, DMCA laws from '98. This is nothing new. So if you're going to live stream or create content on YouTube, you need to know what this is. So I would suggest you read up on it or talk to a lawyer about it. Before I started on this journey, or shortly after I started on this journey, I said, listen, I need to know what are the legalities that I got to follow. What are the copyrights and so on and so forth. And she said, look, it's pretty serious. She knew what Twitch was, she knew what YouTube was. She kind of laid it out for me and said, look, you just, at the end of the day, shortening it, just don't breach or infringe upon copyright material. It's that simple. It's that simple. So, subscribers, did I already say to stay tuned yet? I don't remember. I've done so many takes of this. Sub, stay tuned. I have something for you. I have a solution, and I have in the form of some music labels, if you will, that you can utilize. Now, you do have some content requirements that you have to follow to be properly licensed, but it doesn't cost you money, at least these two. You have the option of buying, though. You do have the option of buying. Now, I think we've covered the majority of the misinformation. If there's any... Ooh, I didn't mention this. So, at the streaming alpha beta games that are under NDA could result in a DMCA takedown. I briefly mentioned that before. If you ever are going to stream something that's an alpha or beta, you need to make sure that you have express consent. If I'm emailing back and forth with a developer, unless they specifically tell me I can do it, and sometimes even then I'll say, hey, I just want to make sure I can monetize this, I can stream it, I can YouTube it, I can do whatever I want to with it for commercial or private use or whatever. And yeah, as long as they'll reiterate it back to me and confirm, then I'm like, cool. If I'm giving a game key for review or whatever, that's one of the first things I make sure of. Like, hey, I need to know for sure that I can record this and use it as I see fit. So just be careful. Be careful. Okay, so I promised you guys I would give you a couple of examples of music labels you could use. So OC Remix and 99 Lives are the two that, at this time, the only two you're going to hear on my channel. Most of which is OC Remix. OC Remix has various artists from all over the globe that remix video game music. And a lot of there's a lot of really good, there's also some that's not great. Most of which is actually really cool. So check that out. There's tons and tons and tons. Final Fantasy VII, Mega Man X, Mario. If you think of it, there's a song for it. Castlevania, Hexen, some of the more popular ones for me anyway. And then there's 99 Lives. 99 Lives has a lot of it's mostly dubstep, trance type stuff, but there's a lot of good stuff there. So just a couple. Again, I'll leave links below. Be sure to abide by their license requirements. Just be safe. Doesn't matter if they're royalty free or even if they say that they're copyright free. I would just be careful about it. Again, this is then a video this is not legal advice. I'm not a lawyer. I educated myself so I can speak intelligently about these topics. And I'm sure that some people are still going to make their comments. They're still going to say, oh, well, there's this, this, and this. And some people are going to be bitching about this and this and this. Please understand, guys, this is an informational video. This is intended to help people. This is not something. I'm not trying to say either that content creators that use copyright music on their channel are bad, or that that they're bad people, or that they have bad content. That's not what I'm saying at all. So please don't misunderstand that. We have a tendency to attract some of that misunderstanding if I'm not very, very clear about stuff. So I try to be extra clear and transparent when it comes to some things. So I'm sorry if I'm hammering it in too hard, ladies. And then I just wanted to let you guys know, of course, we stream Twitch 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Tuesday through Friday, every week, sometimes on Saturdays. And we do release content at least once a week for Twitch and or affiliate insight videos, where we take deep dives into Twitch related topics and the affiliate program based on your feedback. So we get at least a video a week, including other things as well. If you liked it, if you didn't, both of them expose the video to more people. Feel free to like, subscribe, share it with other people if you think that they would benefit from it. And of course, I'm your host, Norgoz. I'll see you next time. But don't forget, sometimes you get the bear. Sometimes the bear gets you. Thank you. Have a great day. Have a great night. See you in the next one.